Hi everyone, my name is Ken Andrew Elkindao. In BSMA 2C, I would like to discuss about Engineering Economy by Hipólito Santa Maria in Chapter 3.
I'm going to discuss various topic about economic, hoping after this discussion everyone will be learn what is a simple interest on simple on formal formula and the exact simple interest, that what is the they use on an extra leap year and normal year, what is compound interest and mode of compounding in the different ordinary annuity, their formula. So problem number one is, what is the annual rate of interest if 265 pesos is earned in 4 months on the investment of 15,000 pesos. So in this case, let's state are given. So in this case, let's state are given in our formula. State are given. Direct substitution to our formula. Are given. That's why our formula we direct substitution to our formula broken. That's 5.3%. Have the annual rate of interest. The annual rate of interest in 4 months 5.3%. Is 5.3%. So let's proceed to the problem number 2 is a loan of problem number 2 is a loan of 2,000 is made for a period of 13 months from January 1 to January 31 for the following year. So a simple interest of 20%, what is the future amount, is due at the end of the long period. So we can 31 see the problem for the following already start year. So a simple interest of with kind of formula 20%, what is most the used to future amount, is due at the end of the long formula period. So we can see in this kind of see the problem in mind already start. So finding states with kind of formula we future amount we most use to we most if that if is equal to p, which is interest formula. So we can already in this kind of notes quantity 1 plus in my notes in so times I. So finding the our solution is so future amount number we must use. So we must state that first. So if we also do the p, which is given is already principal quantity 1 plus in times I. So is the R principle is our solution to, is so in number 2000 state it first. So we also do that, and Rn is equal given to 13, since 13 is the duration or the which period is the R principle is loan is over the 20, since 2000 since the 12 is 1 year is equal to, and Rn is equal to 13, since 13 is and I is the duration to or 0.2 the period, since the equivalent loan is over the 20 of, since 20 in 12 decimal points 12 is 1 year is equal to 0.2. So let's direct substitution to our formula. F I is equal to if 0.2, since the equivalent quantity 1 plus n times I 20. So in P decimal points is equal P to 0.2. So let's direct substitution is to our formula. F 265 is equal to pesos P. So our quantity 1 plus n times I times, so P 1 is our 13 over 12. P is the 3 times 0.2. So that's why 200 overcome the future amount of 2 pesos. So our P is 433.33. And times, so let's proceed our number plus 13 over 12. Number 3. So if you borrowed money from your friends with simple interest of 12%, find the percent of worth of 20,000 which due at the end of 9 months. So as we always do it, let's state given, which is our future
So,
amount.
N
There's
is
our
given
to is 9 over
so
12.
F is equal to
20
to
1000.
which
Simplify
is
this our future
let's
amount.
N is
Reduce.
equal to
So then
9
our
over
is
12
12% is
so
equal to
simplify this is
0.
let's
Reduce. So
so
then
here
our
you
I
must
is
use
12%
reference the
is equal to
finding the principal
0.
so from the formula of the
2.
future amount so here you must use
I need
reference the
a future amount.
finding the principal
Do a
so from
little
the formula
algebra.
of the future amount
So
as we can see
I
there is
need
a
a
negative
future
ways
amount.
negative 1
Let's
here it
do a
is
little algebra.
raised from
So
the quantity so
as we can
because
see,
if you're going to
there
transpose
is a
this whole
negative ways.
quantity
Negative 1
into the
here,
other
it
side
is raised
it
from the quantity.
become negative
So
because if you're going to
this
transpose
is
this
the
whole
way direct substitution.
quantity into the other
20%
side
multiply the
it
quantity of 1 plus.
become negative
I mean, so this is
20,000
the way
times
direct
plus
substitution
20% multiply
times
the
1 plus
quantity of
1 plus
9
I mean
over 12 times
20,000 times
0 plus 12
and the raise
times
of the
1
plus
the power of
9
negative
1.
over 12
And in order
times
to make it
0
easy, let's plug
0.12
into our
and the
calculator
raise of the
the power of negative
20,000
1.
times
And in
quantity
order to
of 1
make it
plus
easy, let's plug
into our calculator. So 20,000 times quantity of 1 plus 9 over 12 times 0.12 and the negative power negative 1. So that's why we are working 18,348.62 pesos. So let's proceed to our problem which is the determine the accessible interest from 5,000 from the period from January 15 to November 28, 1992. If the given rates of interest is 22, first of the step of finding the simple interest is determine if it is a leap year or a normal year or by divided it by 4 if the answer is pair is the whole number not a decimal so this divided by the year divided by 4 so that's why we are going 498 which is means it a leap year so if it is a leap year let's use the 366 days for the pair so proceed to our formula number 4 is known as over f is equal to 5,000 and I is equal to 22% in decimal so or 0.22 so n is equal to 388 so by obtaining 388 let's use this kind of calendar are the number of days in a year in January 15 here in 15 and January in
November 28th. If it is a leap year, let's add 382 by 1. So to obtain the 360, except 366 days. So 323 minus 18, 323 minus 15 is equal to 318 minus 15 is equal to, that's why we overcome this guy the value, that's why we overcome this guy the value 318 over n is equal to 366, 318 over, so let's plug in into our formula. Big I equal to, let's plug in into our formula. I, big I equal to 500 I over, and so 300, 500, 5,000 over 318, 300 over 5,000 over 318 multiplied by 3 over 366 multiplied by 3, 32 is equal to 958.958 equal point 955 equal point equal to 35, 955.74, 955.74 or problem 5. Let's proceed our number, especially to our or problem 5, especially to our. So man which is his son to receive 200,000 10 years from now, what amount should he invest if it will earn interest of 10% compounded annually during the first 5 years and 12% compounded quarterly during the next 5 years? So what will be the next 5 years? So here in February number known, it's a future amount is 220,000. So I is equal to 10%, that's stated. So n is equal to 5 since it is 5 years. For compound 12% and over the 4%, and it's equal to 3%. And n is for the money of 5 years times 4 times 5 is equal to 20. So to furtherly understand the flow of money, so P1, the P1 is the unknownly. The principal is, it is most by B0. In the year 5, the P2, to more specify the principal, so principal, so in 10 years of 13 years, it will be 200,000. So the question is what will be the principal? So our solution is P2 equals to PF, it's equal to F times quality 1 plus I raised to the power of negative n. So this is the example of simple interest. So that's why we can do this. We will come to 110,735.151 in P2. So let's plug in into the P1 equation. So P1 is equal to P2 quantity 1 plus I is the power of negative 10. So 110 28,732.151 multiplied by the quantity of 1 plus 0.10 to the power of negative 5. So that's why we will become the 68,759, 57.82. Well, it will become the 68,758.82. That amount should invest so that the his son will receive 200,000 of 13 years. So let's proceed to our problem number 6. By the condition of a well, the sum of 25,000 is left to a girl to be held in trust by her guardian until the amount of 45,000. When will the girl receive the money of the fund is invested at 8% compounded quarterly. As always, we must state the given. So the principal is 25,000 as it's stated. F is 45,000 and I is equal to 4 and over 4, 8 over 4 rather, so that's why compounded quarterly, so that's why it's over with by 4, that where it is equal to 2%, that I which is 2%. So we proceed our solution. F is equal to P multiply quantity 1 plus I is the power of N, the simple interest formula. So F is equal to 45,000 equal to 25,000 multiplied by the quantity of 1 plus 0.02 raised to the power of 4n in order to solve the n. So let's use the calculator technique. So let's use the technique of shift solve. So 45,000 alpha cal, then 25,000 and quantity 1 plus 0.02 and raised to the power of 4 and alpha x, then shift to equal and equals. So it is a long time but it overcome the same answer, the perfect answer for this kind of problem. 7.42, that is the year needed or the year exactly. So problem number 7, at a certain interest rate compounded semiannually, 5,000 will amount to 20,000 after 10 years. What is amount at the end of 15 years? The solution is P is equal to 5,000. It is a principal. Then the N is 10. And if 1 is 20,000, then the N2 is 15. then the F2 is unonly, and the F2 is required. So what is the amount of the end of 15 years? So there is the solution for simple interest. So the F2, let's begin to F2 x equal to 20,000 equal to P 5,000 quantity times quantity 1 plus 1 over 2, and then multiply by, since 2 is compounded, semi-annually, as I have shown earlier. Semi-annually is equal to 2 over 2 times 2 equal square of 10. So that's why we overcome the interest equal to 14.35%. So n is equal to 15, then F2 is equal to P times quantity of 1 plus N2. So there is 5,000 times quantity of 1 plus 0.1435 over 2 is the power of 2 times 15. So overcome the F2 is equal to 39,973.74, which is the future amount after 15 years is 39,973.74. So the next is problem number 8. So Jones Corporation borrowed 9,000 from Brown Exploration on January 1, 1978, and 12,000 on January 1, 1980. Jones Corporation made a partial payment of 7,000 on January 1, 1981. It was agreed that the balance of the loan will be amortized by two payments, one of January payments on 1 of January 1, 1982, and the other on January 1, 1983. The second being. So to understand further the flow of the money, golden schematic diagram, which is 9,000 first in 1978. So the second is 1980, which is 12,000. Then the next is in 1981, which is 7,000. Is the unknown or the required, and the in 1983. So is 50% x plus x. Since it is double, it is 50% DND, first withdrawals or first payment. So here the solution for the formula of P. Let us use the formula of P, quantity 1 plus a raised to the power of 5, since this is a 5. Okay, so 5P multiplied equality of 1, quantity of 1 plus I, the resistor bar of 3. Then next is P is equal to, which is quantity 1 plus a bar of 2 plus x. It is unknown. Is a principal unknown. 1 plus I raised to the power root part of 2, then 5 over 2. Need is to distribute the given, so 9,000 it is shown here in the first term, which is quantity of 1 plus I raised to the power of 5, then plus 12,000 quantity of 1 plus I raised to the power of 3, and 7,000 is quantity of 1 plus I raised to the power of 2 plus x, quantity of 1 plus I raised to the power 2 plus 3 over 2x. So x is, so order to find the value of x, so we distribute the I, which is 12% or 0.12. So the answer of x is equal to 9,137.18, and the finding the second value is equal to 3x. So substitute the value of the obtain of x from the equation 1, so that's why it works to 13,705.77. So number 9 is, a woman borrowed in 3,000 to be paid after 1.5 years, or with interest to at 12% compounded similarly, and 5,000 to be paid after 3 years at 12% compounded monthly. What single payment must she pay after 3.5 years at in the interest rate of 16% compounded quarterly to settle the two obligations? So let's proceed the solution. So the given is known as P1 of 1 is equal to 3,000. So n of the situation is n of the duration is equal to 1.5 years, or 1.5 years. So in the interest 1 is equal to 2%, or 0.2, or 0.12, and this is the 1.5 year. P2, as stated, is equal to 50,000, and in 1 is 1, so I mean in 2 is 3, in 3 years 3.5 years, and I is equal to 12%. So the P3 is unknown, so required. So the I is 16%. So let us substitute the formula of the simple interest. So compound interest is is equal to P quantity 1 plus 12 over 2 and the power of 2 times n2, and 2 is semi-annually. Semi-annually is means 2. then multiply the n2 to the number of dots why you overcome the is 1 and 1 half. So the future amount is the 3,573.05. So F2 is equal P quantity of 1 plus 12 over 2 raised to 2 times 12. So please substitute the given with the value of given value. So 5,000 raised is quantity 1 plus 0.12 over 2 over the power of 12 times 3, then multiply by 3. So the answer is F2 equal to 7,153.84. So finding the F3, the future amount is 3. So F1 is quantity plus 12 over 4 raised to the power of 4 multiply n2 minus n1, then plus F2 quantity of 1 plus 12 over 4 raised to the power of 4 multiply n2 minus n1. So that please substitute the solving. So F3 is equal to P is 3,573.05 quantity of 1 plus 0.16 over 4 the raised to power of 4, then multiply the 3 1 half minus 1 1 half plus 700. So plus F2 7,153.84 quantity of 1 plus 0.16 over 4 raised to the power of 4 multiply to 1 half minus 3. So the answer of F1 is 4,888 4,889.96 plus F2 is which is 7,737.95. So the next problem is problem number 10. Is Mr. J. D. Larcroze borrowed money from the bank. He received from the bank 1,342 and promised to repay it in 1,500 at the end of 9 months. Determine the simple interest rate and the corresponding discount rate or often referred to as the banker discount. So our discount is 158, then the principal is 1,500. Required D is rate of discount and I is rate of interest. So solution is discount over principal. So the R is equal 0.1053 equal 1 minus 10.1053 equal is 0.1177 or 11.77%. So the rate of discount is equal to 10.53% and the simple interest rate is equal to 11.77%. So a man deposit 50,000 in a bank account at 7% compounded monthly for 5 years. Its inflation rate of 6.5% per year. continues for the period. Will this effectively protect the purchasing power of the original principal? Purchasing power of the original principal. So our given is P present worth is 15,000. Then the I in normal rate of interest is 6% compounded monthly. Then N is normal of year is equal to 5 years. And F is inflation rate equal to 6.5%. Then required of equal F equal future worth. So the solution is I equal quantity of 1 plus R equal over Rn is raised to the power of m minus 1. So we distribute the given is 1 plus 0.06 over 12 raised to the power of 12 minus 1. So our I is equal to 0.06167 or 6.1677%. So is the F for the future worth, or the final answer is the required formula is F equal P quantity of 1 plus 1 I over quantity of 1 plus I raised to the power of m. So division by 1 is 50,000 quantity of I plus 0.061677 over quantity of 1 plus 0.065 raised to the power of 5. So the final answer is 49,225 pesos. So that is the final answer for the future worth. Number 12, which is the problem number 12, is what is the future worth of 600 deposit at the end of every month from 4 years if the interest rate is 12% compounded quarterly. So the given A is annuity is equal to 600. Then R is equal normal rates 12% compounded quarterly. Then the N is 4 years. So required for future worth solution is quantity plus 1 over raised to the power of 12 minus 1 is equal to 1 plus quantity of 1 plus R over 4 raised to the power of 4 minus 1. Then quantity of 1 minus plus I raised to the power of 12 minus 1 equal quantity of 1 plus 0.12 equal 4 over 4 raised to the power of 4 minus 1. Then the answer of I is 0.0099 or 9.099%. So our N is in 4 years is 4 years times 12 is equal 48 by 12 12 percent. So F is equal A, quantity of 1 plus I raised to the power of n minus 1 over 1. So to distribute, the given is 600. F equal to 600, quantity of 1 plus 0.0099 over 4 n minus 1 over raised to the power of n raised to the power of 4 n plus minus 1, so over 0.0099. Then the final answer is 3,636,641. So that is the final answer. Next problem is problem 13. A young woman, 22 years old, was graduated from college. She accepted as a good job and desired to establish her own retirement fund, at the end of which year thereafter she plans to deposit 20 uh, 2,000 in the fund at 15% annual interest. How will she be when the fund has an accumulated value of 1 million? So will she be when the fund has an accumulated value of 1 million? So it means, so it is state or given is 600. Equal to 4 times 12, since the year is equal to 12, so 4 months, so 12 times 4 is equal to 48. Then our I is 12% compounding quarterly. So we find the F, or future worth. Furtherly understand the flow of money, let's give the solution schematic diagram. So 1 to 3 into 48 months, which is assume that there was another sequence number here after 6. So let's proceed to our formula. 1 plus I times 12 minus 1 equals to quantity of 1 plus 0.12 over to 4 raised to the power of 4 minus 1. So that's why we're introduced our I. That's why we are overcome the I, or the interest rate, is equal to 0.00939 or 99%. 0.99%. Overcome the future worth of these given principal. So F is equal to annuity F over AIN. Substitute the given value. So if is equal to annuity F over AIN. So substitute the given is 600. Quantity of 1 plus 0.009 and raised to the power of 48 minus 1 over 0.89. So which is the final answer is 36,641. 641.2. So that's it. Let's proceed to our number 14 problem, which is Mr. Reyes borrows 600,000 at 12% compound annually, agreeing to repay the loan in 15 equal annual payments. How much of the original principal is still unpaid after he has made the 80th payment? So the solution is, so known is I in the interest rate is equal to percent, and the n is equal to 15 is 15%. And so I or is a is the annuity is required. So let's proceed to our formula. 600,000 equal A, annuity annuity 1 negative, minus 1 point, plus 1 minus 1 plus 0.12 over 15, raised to the power of 15 over 0.12. So the answer is 88,094.54. So let's go to find what is required. So P is equal A, or quantity of 1 minus 1 plus I raised to 7 over I. So let's simplify the solution. So 88,044.52, quantity of 1 minus 1 plus 0.12 raised to the power of negative 7 over 0.12. So the final answer is 402,042. So that it was the principal asked early him he made for a payments unpaid after he was made the 8th payment. So 8 minus the 7 year, so obtained after, since the problem is stated in 8 after 8, so 7 15 is M per case, a small lot of subdivision paying 200,000 down and promise to pay 15 every 3 months for the next 10 years. The seller figured interest at 12% compound quarterly. So in number of 15 and per case, as a small lot of subdivision being only 1,000 days and promise to 15 days, promise to pay 15,000 every month for the 15 years, every month for the next 10 years to the seller. Figure interest at quarterly. So what is an acid number in A is what is the cash price of a lot. So in A is what is the cash price of a lot. So So the RI is equal to 12% over 4 is equal to 3%, which is I is n equal to n is equal to 40. So our solution is P equal to 200,000 plus A quantity of 1 minus 1 plus I raised to the power of negative n over I. So substitution by the solution. So P is equal to 20 out 200,000 if plus 15,000 quantity of 1 minus 1 plus 0.03 raised to the power of negative 40 over 0.03. So which is the answer is the cash is the cash price of a lot is 546,722. So that is the cash price of a lot. And then the next question is if M miss the first 12 payment, what must he pay at the number the 30th is due to during himself up to date? 13th date as 13 is due to bring himself up to date. So our solution is I is equal to 3%, which is so Berby is I is equal to 33%, then N is equal to 13. So our solution is F is equal to 13 equal A quantity of 1 plus I raised to the power of n minus 1 over I. So simplify our solution is 13 F is equal 13 equal 15,000 quantity of 1 plus 0.03 raised to the power of 13 minus 1 over 0.03. So the final answer is of is 2,200 2003 2034 200 234,000 in 270. I mean 230 234.270 they pay at the time the 30 is due to bring himself. So it is 234.270. So the next question is C. After making 8 payments, M is was discharge his remaining indebtedness by a single payment at the time when the 9th regular payment was due. What must he pay in addition to the regular payment then due? So our solution, which is in this, N is equal to 40 minus, then the I is equal to 31. n is equal to 40 minus a is equal to 31. I mean, n is equal to 40 minus 9 equal to 31. So our solution is p equal a quantity 1 minus 1 plus I raised to the power of negative n over 1. So let's substitute the solution is, which is a is equal is 15,000 is quantity of 1 minus 1 plus 0.03 raised to the power of negative 31 over 0.03, which is the final answer is 300,006. So what he must pay at the also we must what must he pay in addition irregular payment then due is 300,006. So that is the final answer. So the next is D is if M missed the first 10 payments, what must he pay when the 11th payment is due? So recharge is independentness. So which is we have PWN or so we must the if he must the first 10 payment, so is 29, then he may 11 payments is due to the recharge. This is enter difference, so 40 minus 11 is, so that's why we are working on the 29, which is raised, which will be our end. So a is equal to 15, then 1000. So quantity of 1 minus 1 0.03, so power of negative 29 over 0.03. So that's why we overcome the 287,826.82. So the next is F2, which is equal a quantity of 1 plus I raised to the power of n plus 1 over 1. So substitute this, a is 15 is equal to 15,000, quantity of 1 plus 0.03 raised to the power of 9, then over minus 1 over 0.03 is where the 11 is 192,116.4494. So therefore our Q is P29 plus F11. So our future amount of P29 is, which is 289,826.82 plus F11. Our future is 192,116.94. Is number 16. Number 16 is a man approaches the ABC loan agency for 100,000 to be paid in 24 monthly installments. The agency advertises an interest rate of 1.5% per month. They proceed to calculate the amount of his monthly payment in the following manners. Amount required 1,000 is 1,000 100,000. Credit percent is 500, and then the credit risk insurance is 1,000 is, and then the total amount is 101,000. Amount required 1,000 is 1,000 100,000. Credit percent is 500, and then the credit risk insurance is 1,000 is, and then the total amount is 101,500 pesos. So we have an interest. So the 1,500 101,500 times 24 times 0.015 is equal 36,540. Then the total own is plus the amount requested is we plus the amount, total amount is 101,500 plus the 36,540, which is equal to 138,040 pesos. So the payment is fee is 138,040,000. 138,040 over 24 is equal to 5,751.67. So what is the effective rate of interest of loan? So our solution is 100,000 over 5,751.67 is equal to 17.3863. 17.3863 equal to quantity of 1 minus 1 plus I is raised to the power of negative 24 over I is equal to I is 0.0276. So effective rate is quantity of I plus 0.276 raised to the power of 12 minus 1 times 100. So effective rates answer is 38.64%. So the final answer is 38.64%. 17. Number 17 is a new office building was constructed 5 years ago by a consulting engineering firm. At the time, the firm obtained the bank loan for 10 million with a 20% annual interest rate compounded quarterly. The term of the loan called for equal quarterly payment for a 10 years period with the rate of payment in any time without penalty. Due to internal change in the firm, firm it the new proposed to refinance the loan through an investment company. The new loan is planned for a 20-year term with interest rate of 24% per annum, compounded quarterly. The insurance company has a one-time charge of 15% of the balance. This new loan also calls for equal quarterly payment. So 0.20 over 4 raised to the power of 20 over 0.20 over 4 is equal to 7,762,747.029. So that is the remaining balance of the what is the balance due in the original mortgage principal. So that is the if all payments balance have been made through of a 45 years, so that is the fully balance of through a fully until to the fully 5 years is 7,762,747.0.29 to 29. So next is what will be the difference between the equal quarterly payment in the extending arrangement and the revised principal. So which is remaining balance plus 50% service charging may equal to 7,762,747.029. So our solution is 7,726,742.029 equals over quantity of -1 minus 1 plus 0.23 over raised to the power of 3 over 4 over 24 over 4 is that equals to 400 461,919.9122. So equals then A1 equals A2 is equal 120,862. So that is the final answer of B, remaining balance. So the final answer of all is 7,262,747.029, and the B is 122,862. So that's all, guys. I hope. So thank you for listening.